Yeah, welcome to Pen, Ink, Paper Sydney yet again. Today we're going to review the very upmarket and expensive Pilot Namiki Chinkin fountain pen, bamboo and Sparrow design from Japan. This is a so-called grail pen, as our American cousins would say, 3,200 US dollars. That's a lot of money for a fountain pen, and that translates into approximately 4,600 Australian dollars. So to put one of these pens in your collection, you need to be somewhat obsessive and have some degree of wealth. This is their website, which highlights their Chinkin collection. The word Chinkin refers to gold inlay, one of the lacquer wear techniques that Japan boasts the world as part of their maki motifs. So it's a very intensive process creating these pens. So since Chinkin is a carving technique, there is no room for mistakes. Every single carve is a true challenge in the sense of the word. And as such, that's why these pens are so phenomenally expensive. The pen itself is quite superbly and elegantly manufactured, as you'd expect. This is not so much a fountain pen, but really an icon of historical Japanese artistic method. The Chinkin refers to gold inlay. This pen is carved finely and then the gold is inserted and patted into the pattern. There is no room for error. The artwork is frankly exquisite, and what caught my eye was the actual Sparrow, so-called Sparrow and bamboo design. It's a pen which has a beautiful silky feel. It has the multiple layers of lacquer on the outside. Reasonably heavy pen, we'll wait in a moment. And it comes with beautifully rimmed, metal gold rimmed, and a superb gold nib. As you can see there, you can read that, 18K, a number 8 nib, duotone with the Namiki logo engraved in it. Now, as you would expect in a high-end pen, it comes beautifully packaged from Namiki in a large wooden box with a cardboard surround, and it comes with its own ink, which we'll test out in a moment. It's a very heavy bottle. Japan with their logo on the top, and we'll test it with the pen in a moment. This pamphlet that comes with the pen is important because inside it gives a very detailed history of the so-called Chinkin or gold inlay technique out of Japan. The Chinkin technique has a long history. It originated in China. It was known as Soken. It goes back a long way. Then it's been transferred across into Japanese culture in due course. Unlike painting techniques, a highly advanced technique is required for Chinkin work. The pen itself has no fancy finials, which I like because the hero of this pen is the artwork. It's got a relatively simple gold-coated nib, somewhat in the shape of the Pelican pens. It's beautifully engineered. Everything is very precisely cut, screws together. And inside you have a converter, unusual converter in that it's a pump converter, which I'm not a great fan of, to be honest. And it has no screw and it's purely straight friction grip and a nice deep ebonite feed with a breathing hole at the base by the look of it. So we'll try it out in a moment and see what it writes like. Should theoretically write super smoothly. So the pen weighs in without ink in it at close to 37 grams. So it has a lovely substantial weight to it. So it certainly has the characteristics of a so-called grail pen. So I've swatched out the Namiki black ink that came with this pen on Rhodia 80 GSM dot paper, which is my standard format. The ink itself flows beautifully. I wouldn't classify it as a fabulous ink. You can see this is not waterproof in any way. It had quite over half an hour to set. This ink is totally adequate in terms of a daily writing ink. What are the final summation and overview of this pen we've enjoyed today? Well, it's a very, very high-end pen, 3,200 USD. It captures the historical Chinese and Japanese artisan Chinkin gold inlay technique. Highly intensive to produce. Ultra smooth 18K fine nib would probably be the highlight of the pen in my opinion, along with the artwork. 37 grams, a lovely weight, right in my opinion, right in the sweet spot for a grail pen, 30 to 40 grams. It's a lovely pen to have in the hand. Its lacquer's super smooth, it's highly tactile, and in my opinion, it has a understated high-end elegance, which is exactly what you look for in this style of pen.